So thank you very much for allowing me to present to you today. My name is Paul Anderson, and I'm here to demonstrate to you Callsign's intelligent-driven authentication. Callsign is a UK-based company. Our engineering team are based here in London. We were founded by a couple of guys, one from the financial sector, another from government security. And we're very pleased to say that we do have a number of live customers in the financial sector as well as government and enterprise using our authentication solutions today. But there are many authentication players on the market, so why are we different? What do we do that's slightly unique? Essentially, we use machine learning to apply artificial intelligence so that we can learn and understand what about the user, and then we can adjust their authentication journey based on their needs and requirements. That means when a customer is authenticating from their home, from their regular device, they get a great frictionless experience. When there's an anomaly, at that point we could introduce multi-factor authentication. So essentially what we're doing is we're trying to pick out the good apple from the crowd, detect the bad apples, but more importantly, look for threats under the skin that might not be initially obvious. And I do apologize, the next time you bite into an apple, that image will be in your head. So how do we do that? Essentially, it's down to the three factors that Ben mentioned: device, location, and behavior. We look at the device, we profile and bind the device to the user. We look for malware on that device. We check to see if it has been jailbroken or rooted. We then look at where that device is based. Are you hiding behind a VPN or a Tor network? Is the laptop and the mobile phone that you're using together in the same location? And then finally, we pick up on behaviors, how the user interacts with the laptop, with the mobile phone, the touch screen, the pressure, flight, and flow. And putting all those together, run that through the policy engine, and the machine learning can determine in real time what authentication journey we need to take the user on. But ultimately, we may need to set them up to the traditional multi-factor authentication methods. And that's when we can step up to the various factors: face, fingerprint, one-time password, even use traditional passwords and PINs or SMS. This is all PSD2 compliant. The inherence is the behavioral biometrics. The possession is the device which is bound and registered to the user, and knowledge can be PINs, passwords, or anything else that they use. But instead of talking about it, let's, in real time, let's see if we can keep the bad guys out. So I'm going to switch to a demo. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to enroll myself into the system so that I can use some facial recognition. To do that, I need to validate that it is me that is enrolling myself. So to do that, I'm going to take a photo of my driving license, which has my picture on it. Now, we don't just accept that that's a real one, so we take the back as well, and we do document verification to ensure that that is, in fact, a real driving license. We're now verifying that it is a real document, and we're extracting my image. This can also be part of your KYC or AML process. Our system does link into 22 databases, such as Experian, GBG Group, and also into Company House, etc. It's detected that my driving license is real. It's not a forgery. I'm going to do a liveness test, which is what we used to call selfies. There, to take my face eventually. And it's now verifying that the face I've just given it matches what's on my passport. And I've got 2 green ticks, so that's all good. So now I'm going to log on to my banking system here. Now, what I've done is I've deliberately set it up so that it does not recognize this location. So it should request me to verify this location. It has indeed. So the reason it's now stepping up to a strong authentication is it didn't recognize me. So again, I'm just going to look in the camera, and hopefully that will pick me up and it will allow me to log in. Now, what I should be able to do here is if I quickly log out and log back in. If that's all worked correctly, it will actually have detected that the way I was typing was me, and really me. And if I had time, I'd get someone to come and type that password in, which is password 2016, very safe and secure. But what we're going to do instead is I'm going to do a fund transfer So, no, I need to put in a number there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a push notification on my